Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting and welcome back to the channel and the Bluefield Sports gun room, because yet again we've got another gun to review and another one with a long barrel and a long rod. If you don't know why the gun is in this configuration, let's just get that out of the way straight away. It's to conform to UK law. So we need a minimum barrel length of 12 inches and an overall minimum length of 24 inches for the total length of the gun, hence the long rod and the long barrel. But this is a GSG Firefly. They've been around for a while and a number of you have requested a review of this, and I have to give a big thanks to a subscriber that's come down and allowed me to do a review of his gun. Now this is based off of the Sig Mosquito, and the Sig Mosquito is a reduced version of its 226. Now I have had some experience with a long barrel 226 before, and that was the Icon Arms. Unfortunately that company is no longer in existence because Mike Jakes, who run it, unfortunately passed away, and there are a few floating around. So this is really the easiest way and really only way that you can get anything resembling a Sig Sauer long barrel pistol here in the UK. And whilst it might be a shrunken version of the 226 with my diddy hands, it fits very, very well. You'll all know that I really like the PPQ for its ergonomic grip and sort of ergonomic frame, and this fits just as nicely as the PPQ. So it has a single action and double action trigger. I have to say that the double action is incredibly stiff, and if you're going to be using this for competition, I'd be very tempted to just send that first shot into the backstop and just run it on the single action. But whilst it's a sort of based on a combat gun, a combat pistol, that's why the trigger isn't necessarily a competition trigger, and all of the controls are very much intended for being a service or combat pistol. But in the single action, we were doing some plate racks with it, and I was getting on really, really well with it. It's just the bring it up and getting the sight picture was incredibly natural, and the angle of the grip and the presentation of the gun, I just got on with it really, really well, and it was very, very natural to shoot. Now, of course, comes with a 10 round magazine. Very similar actually again to the PPQ. It's quite a thin construction. There's a little bit more weight to these than the PPQ. Fairly easy to load. They've got your little load assist there on the side. I'm sure at some point there will be extenders for these if there's not already, and unfortunately you will then lose that load assist. But it was easy to load. Would benefit from a magwell, but every handgun can benefit from a flared magwell, that's for sure. But you've got all of the same controls. You've obviously got your slide release and lock. You've also got a decocker as well, which is fully functional there on the side. It's not particularly, say, left hand friendly, but you do have a safety both on the left and right hand side of the gun. You've got standard pistol sights on it. It does come with 3 different front sights so that you can adjust it for your point of aim that suits you, and you've got some of the sort of vibrant dots on there just so you can pick them up a little quicker. So I can't review this gun without sort of talking about the bad reputation that it has. Now, I have to say that this is a Mark II Firefly. I didn't know there was a Mark II available, or a version 2. The Mark 1s or version 1s don't have very good reputations at all. And that's always put me off. Everyone that has ever shot one or had any sort of dealings with them really, really slated them. So I wasn't expecting much with this one, but finding that it's a version 2, and GSG do have a bit of a habit between their version 1s and version 2s. You'll all remember the 1911 Mark I, which wasn't technically made by GSG, it was assembled down at the tunnel, did have a horrible reputation for reliability. The Mark II GSGs made completely by GSG were a hell of a lot better. I actually bought one myself and they run really well. The Firefly, the version 2, we probably in total put 200 or 300 rounds through the gun without a single malfunction, and that was out of the box. We did actually have one sort of sky high round, and I think that might have been down to the magazine, but again, only putting sort of 200 or 300 rounds through the gun, it's not a true indication of its reliability, but certainly out of the back box to only have that one potential issue I think that's pretty good, certainly compared to what I was expecting from what everyone has told me about these. So yeah, I can see one of these being in the Bluefield Sports gun room very soon as a sort of a comparison to all the other ones. Super impressed, and you know, honestly, what I've heard about them, the rumours and reputation going around about them, I don't think holds up to this Mark II variant. Very impressed. Very natural gun to shoot, very comfortable gun to shoot, and I have to say that the fit and finish and overall quality of the gun is a hell of a lot better than the GSG 1911. I think they've really excelled themselves, and I've been told that, of course, the Mosquito was made under license by GSG, and when they discontinued that, they created the Firefly. So, you know, really this is a clone of a Sig, but a very good clone of a Sig overall. The balance of it, the balance is really good. Of course, you've got this counterbalance on the end here, this big knob, and that's because you've got the shroud, and it is quite a thick barrel underneath as well. So you do have some weight out front, but with the counterbalance, that does seem to bring the balance back. I would be looking to, you know, personally for me, to strip off the shroud, put something maybe carbon fiber on there, or just have the bare barrel, and actually get rid of the counterbalance and just remove the overall weight of the gun. Whilst it might look quite small compared to like the PPQ or even some of the 1911s out there, it's still actually quite weighty. So I think removing a lot of that weight and really lightening it, it could be quite a rapid competition gun overall. And again, I'm sure there's many people out there thinking I'm absolutely barking suggesting a GSG Firefly from all of the reputation that it's seemed to gain, but really I can't fault the gun. You know, yeah, GSG, it's maybe not the most higher quality manufacturers out there, but I think they've done an absolutely brilliant job with this gun overall. So there it is, there's my review of the GSG Firefly. If you are interested in picking one up, Bluefield Sports is a Egger Brothers dealer who bring in the GSG, so we can get one in for you if you are interested, and you can find the contact details on bluefieldsports.co.uk. But I really hope you've enjoyed this video. A big thank you to the subscriber for bringing this down and allowing me to review his gun. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed for future videos. And as always guys, I hope to see you soon.